Here we are. Here we are. Thursday, March 2nd, 2023. I'm Larissa. My video diary. Yes, this is what's underneath here. So, did this yesterday for today to my hairs so I can have some curly hairs. Ooh, it's stuck. I don't want to rip my hair. We'll see. Oh. So the pin curls, because I found that rollers just don't do it right for my hair now that it's long. So I put pin curls in my hair after I showered and washed it yesterday morning. And then I showered last night with it covered, right? Pin curls. Oh. I've been using these bobby pins and stuff that I have that are like, they have little thingies on them and they hurt to sleep in. So I bought some plain old fashioned bobby pins yesterday that I can use in the future. All that, all those rollers I bought and tested and tried to use, and turns out all I needed was some old fashioned bobby pins. That's all I needed. Right? It's usually a lot easier, simpler than what you think, right? Everything is, right? Everything. So there was that train crash in outside of Larissa, which in Greece, which is where my name comes from. Right? My name's actually Greek. And I had a dream that morning when it was happening. Oh my God. Things that I dream. It was upsetting. It was upsetting. I woke up at the time at the time and I'm having nightmares. I said, "Domars, I'm having nightmares. I'm having nightmares." And then he got up later. He's like, "What are your nightmares? Did you read about that train crash?" I'm like, "What train crash?" Because like that's what the dream was kind of about. Anyway. Oh my God. Look at them. They're so curly. No, the last few times I've curled my hair. This is what I've done. Pin curls. Yeah, pin curls. My grandma Rose sometimes did pin curls. Sometimes. My auntie Mum said that her mom used to put pin curls in their hair. My auntie Mum had some natural wave in her hair. She had like natural finger waves. As she got older, her hair changed texture and stuff, and it became straighter. But like I remember being a little girl watching my auntie Mum set her finger waves because her hair, after she get out of the shower, it would kind of be like, and then she would set her. She had like 3 big finger waves that she had when she was younger. She said that her mom used to put pin curls in Jean's hair. Pin curls. Pin curls. Oh my gosh, it looks like I have short hair. I don't. My hair's like always down here. All the way down here. Oh, I was so tired yesterday. I did a whole shit ton of laundry and I prepared all that food. So we have a freezer full of dinners that should have enough for me to be able to take leftovers for lunch to work. And then Omar can make sandwiches for himself. And there. With the bee and a bie and a bow and a bop and a Dairy Queen with the curl on top. Dairy Queen with the curl on top. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. It's crazy, isn't it? It's wild. No, no, I have to play with it for a while. I have to like brush it out some and yeah, but yeah. So pin curls, pin curls. It won't stay this curly now. I brush it out. It's just like wavy. Mm. That's funny. I was so happy for. I'm happy for Mr. Kevin Durant. Looks like Phoenix is going to be a good fit for you, huh? Yeah. Looks like Phoenix is going to be a good fit for you. Good for you. Glad you're feeling better. And I heard about LaMelo Ball's injury. That's terrible. That's terrible. And Lonzo's hurt too. What's up with the Ball brothers? Fellas. Who else? Oh, LeBron James. He hurt his footy foot too. And D'Lo hurt his footy foot. Everybody get their footy foot hurt. What's about your footy foots? Everybody's hurting their footy foots. I know that. It sucks when your footy foot's hurt. Sucks. I broke my right foot in two places. Just walking down the driveway. The rocks, I was wearing flip flops, and the rocks slid under my foot. And I wasn't running. I was just walking, just walking. It was just the way that my leg turned and my foot turned under me when it happened. And the incline that I was on broke my foot in two places. It was crazy. Like, oh my God, just walking. Ugh. Yeah. It took a while, huh? I still have pain in that foot. I wore a boot. I didn't get a cast. I wore a boot. And then sat with it elevated for a lot of the time. But it was crazy. Before I went to the doctor the next day afterwards, after I broke it, because I said it with I felt like it was broken, but I said it. I used Reiki and squished it together, and I said it and put my foot up, and there was swelling and everything, and I more Reiki, pushed it together. And then the next day I put on a pair of heels and I went walking at the Monterey Bay Aquarium, walked around all day. It was fine. When I got home that night, then it swelled up real big. And after that was when I went to the doctor. He's like, oh, yeah, it's broken in two places. But luckily, the shoes that I was wearing like held everything in place. It was like I was wrapped in the right place to hold it, I think is what happened. Why I didn't make it, so much worse. But yeah, I wore a boot. It took like, I don't know. I wore that boot for 2 months before it just got annoying and I quit wearing it. And I just made sure I elevated it. There was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. When she was good, she was very, very good. When she was bad, she was horrid. Yeah, I didn't watch that much basketball yesterday because I just hurt. I hurt and I was tired. So I went to bed like super early. I did. I made Omar his birthday pizza and got him his birthday donuts and made all that food, prepared all that food. And then he put some snake oil on me and I lay down with the heating pad and the snake oil and gave myself some Reiki and sent some Reiki and then listened to some music for personal pleasures. And then I went to sleep. That's what I did. Oh my God. It's all kinds of crazy weather everywhere. Look, I look like Medusa. It's kind of fun. It's like a sculpture. It's like a sculpture on my head, right? Hey, Brody, what do you think? What do you think, buddy? What do you think? What do you think of Mama's hair? Hey, mister. What do you think of that? Is that crazy? You gonna come up here? Come on. Jump up. Come on. There's room. There's room for you. Come on. Somebody, have you been eating cat poop or cat vomit today? Oh, yes. He was yesterday. There was cat puke I had to clean up, but there was some, you could tell, there had been some that had been licked up. Did you eat cat vomit yesterday? You know I did, Mom. You funny boy. You funny boy. Do you want to go to work with Mama today? No, you don't. No. So I guess we're going to see, huh? So I've got a couple interviews today for stuff. I'm interviewing people. I'm interviewing a couple people today. Hopefully they're not serial killers coming to kill me. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they are. Maybe they're hitmen. Hitmen being sent by the government. Hitmen being sent by the NBA. Hmm. Oh my God. It's so weird. It is. It's so weird. It's wild, huh? Yeah. Some women spend all kinds of money to get their hairs straightened, dump all kinds of chemicals on their head to make their hair straightened, and then some women dump chemicals on their hair to make their hair curly. Just need some bobby pins. Just need some bobby pins to make it curly. Bobby pins. Yeah, I didn't even put any like styling serum or anything in it. This is just Larissa's clean, wet hair after it's been in pin curls and dried. Yeah. So my fabric test should be done today. We'll see. Hopefully everything's dry. So yeah, I do materials tests for this new series that I'm working on for Lent this year. Yeah, should be at least 4 pieces, potentially 8, and you know, there's companion pieces to the textile pieces that I'm considering. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. So I'll see how the tests are when I get in there today, and then I can do some work on those, and then I can, oh my gosh, start the other work. So if my events take off at the gallery, I'm gonna be watching a lot less basketball. Yeah. Nobody really wants me to watch anyway, right? It's wild. I look like a whole other person, don't I? I do. Who is this? Was ist das? What is this? I do not know. Je ne sais pas. I do not know. Oh, it's like electric. Boogie woogie woogie. Looks like I've been electrocuted. Yeah, so I don't know. Omar seemed a little cranky yesterday. Maybe he's sad about getting old. I don't think so, though. Like, why would he care about that? I don't know. I don't care about getting older. Like, that's the way things work, right? Everybody's getting older. Everybody. That's the way it works. Wore a brace yesterday to help hold them up. It does help. Because I knew I was going to be standing and doing all that stuff in the kitchen, so they're real heavy. They are. They're so heavy. They're so heavy. Put on my dress. I'm going out dancing. Started off wet, clean and glistening. You'll see me. hanging over like a heavy, heavy fruit tree. If you put it on. Miss PJ Harvey. Miss PJ Harvey. What are you up to these days, Miss PJ Harvey? What are you up to, Polly Jean? What are you up to, Polly Jean? You skinny lady, you are. You're really good in concert. Yeah, I really enjoyed seeing you. I did. I really enjoyed seeing you play. You were excellent. You were an excellent, excellent performer. Excellent channel. Yeah, you were real good. Saw you at St. Andrews Hall. It was a really good show. It's too bad that that venue doesn't exist anymore. That's too bad. That was really, I don't understand. That should have been a historical landmark in Detroit. It really should have been a huge part of it, of Detroit culture and history. And they tore it down, huh? Seems like they do that to a lot of places, huh? Like Dorsey's Locker in Oakland should have been an historical landmark. It should have been. They let that go. Let it be destroyed entirely. I got a couple chairs. Anyway. Talked to a guy from Nepal the other day. Learned something. So when I heard about that, there's legislation that Nepal passed about religious conversion, and the way it was explained by the people on NPR when I heard about it on NPR was that it's illegal to convert. That's not what the legislation is. And it's what the legislation is even more interesting. So after the fall of the monarchy, land barons rose up in Nepal. And that's who everybody in each of the little areas, answers to, and that's who has all the money and everything, right? And so they're the bank, they're the lender, they're everything, right? The land baron is. And the land baron was giving monetary incentive. They were bribing people to be whatever religion they wanted, right? So it was a coerced conversion. Say, I will pay you if you become such and such religion. And so that's what the legislation in Nepal is about. You're not allowed to pay people. You're not allowed to coerce. So I think that's really interesting. I like that. Anti-coercion law. I like that a lot. That's a great law. Other stuff he was telling me about Nepal, though, sounds really corrupt. He said it is, that the local governments and everything are very, very corrupt, and that the majority of people, they still have a caste system in Nepal, and that the majority of people are uneducated and don't really have a working understanding of the political system, and so it's easy. And he says they have a 2-branch system. He couldn't tell me. I asked him. I don't know if he may not have understood what I was asking him. I asked him what their governing document was. I said, our governing document is the Constitution, right? I'm like, what is the governing document in Nepal? And he didn't answer that. So I don't know if he didn't understand that, or if they don't have one, or if they go off somebody else's, or what. But I didn't realize that they had a monarchy fall. I didn't realize that there was no longer that was what was going on. There was a transition between governmental systems, because monarchy is its own system. Interesting. He thinks monarchy's better. I'm not sure. From my perspective, if you really understand what monarchy is, right? Rule by divine unction, by divine appointment. So then you have to say that everybody believes in God, that everybody believes in the same God, and that everybody believes that that God has said that this person is the one who is supposed to rule. That's what monarchy is, right? So, anyway, like I said, technically the Pope is a king. That's why Vatican City is its own country. It's not part of Italy. It's a kingdom. Yes. Strange. Think about that. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So the curly look is growing on me. It is. Lonely hearts may wander and idle minds may scheme, but idle hands will do the devil's work. Broken hearts will ponder and simple minds may bleed, but idle hands can never hide their dirt. There was a man who loved a lovely lady. Her righteousness was known across the land. He plotted to make her life seem shady, so he could play the knight who lent a hand. Oh, lonely hearts may wander and idle minds may scheme, but idle hands will do the devil's work. Broken hearts may ponder while simple minds may bleed, but idle hands can never hide their dirt. The lady was wise to what the man was planning, decided to bide her time and lend him rope. And when he was bound by his own evil doing, she cut her end, destroying all his hope. Oh, lonely hearts may wander and idle minds may scheme, but idle hands will do the devil's work. Broken hearts may ponder while simple minds may bleed, but idle hands can never hide their dirt. No, idle hands can never hide their dirt. Idle hands can never hide their dirt. That's an original piece I wrote. It's called Idle Hands. Brody, are you idle? You got idle paws? You got idle paws? He says, bitch, please.